As we edge close to the summer 2025, focus switches to the international scene, that's right. And of course, over in the States, it'll be a Gold Cup, that's right, with 16 nations competing for glory. Today, we're going to preview a nation, and we're coming at you next. That's right, folks, but once again, we're in another video today. We're previewing the Gold Cup. We're going to take a look at one of the nations taking part in this summer spectacular. We'll get to that in a second. Of course, if you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. You want subscribe for Gold Cup, World Football, Papa Rovers. We've got it all here under one Rooski. That's right, 16 nations from around the globe. That's right. We do have a guest nation taking part in this summer spectacular. We'll get to all of that in a second. Of course, big shout out to the members and the patrons. You know who you are. So what we'll do today is, of course, look at one of the nations, see their hopes and dreams heading into this summer tournament. Are they contenders? Will they get eliminated in the group stages? We'll take a look at all that. We're going to start right here, right now. Let's take a look at La Tri then. Mexico enter this year's Gold Cup, qualifying as Concacaf Nations League A quarter-finalists. That's right, secured their spot here in this tournament back in the 19th of November 2024. They've been here 18 times in this rendition of the Gold Cup, 26 times in the combined Gold Cup or Concacaf tournament. From when it began way back when. They last were here back in 2023, and they're coming into this as defending champions. That's right, they are multiple winners, 3, 6, 9 times winners of this rendition. They won it 3 times also in the old school version, so 12 times winners. Let's roll back the years, starting with this version of the Gold Cup. They won it in 93, 96, 98, 03, 09, 011, 2015, 2019, and 2023. The old school version back in 65, 71, and 77. They're ranked 17th in the world, and they are going... Of course, they are a powerhouse in the CONCACAF, and I do think they deserve more recognition than they get. They are passionate about their football, more passionate than I think the United States, and more passionate than Canada, of course, and they should be within the top 10 nations of the world. I honestly think that, because they love their football. And they've got a wealth of talent. So let's take a look at some of that talent, starting with the main man is Santiago Giménez, actually Argentinian by birth. Cool, 37 million euros on the books of AC Milan. They're managed by Javier Aguirre with a 1.49 points per match ratio. And he's, of course, contracted until the 2026 World Cup and maybe just slightly a week or two after it. So that is, of course, the key men on the plan. What about the key men overall? Well, this is a quick shot look at a roster for Mexico. They got like Luis Malagón there playing over in Mexico. We got Carlos Mourinho as well. Meanwhile, into the defensive ranks, Johan Vásquez from Genoa. We've got Rodrigo Hucasas over in Denmark with Copenhagen. Meanwhile, moving forward, a couple of Mexican-based players, Israel Reyes and Rana Juarez at Legliera as well. And of course, a couple other faces that are familiar to the Mexican contingent. Moving forward, the likes of Edison Alvarez on West Ham's books, Orbelín Pineda over in Greece with AEK Athens. Moving forward as well, we've got Roberto Alvarado from, I'm not too sure where they're playing, but he's there and he's competing. Moving forward, of course, Santiago Giménez, Johan Giménez, and Julian Quinones as well, playing his football somewhere around the world. But anyway, that's of course that. What about, of course, the stats mans then? Well, Giménez has chipped in with 5 goals this season. Of course, the Fulham man, Henry Martin, also with a couple, Jorge Sanchez at the back. Meanwhile, the assists men, Giménez as well chipping in with assists, Alvarado, Vega, and Osco Chiquete as well, who are not necessarily in that squad that I just showed you. But again, it is not the real squad. It's a squad that could be used. It's a snapshot of one that was taken around about May. But the goalkeeper back then in this particular demo here was Luis Malagón, 28 years of age, 7 million rated. We've got Johan Vásquez, Cesar Montes, the 2 centre-back pairings at cool value, 15 million euros just between those two. Jesus Gallardo and Israel Reyes complete in the back 4 with Edison Alvarez, Luis Romero in those centre midfield slots with Huerta and Alvaro on the wings. Santiago Giménez and Raúl Giménez up top. We've got a little bit of young and old up there, but goals between them. And a cool 120 million euro rated this squad. What about, of course, the stats, man? If you want to have a look at the stats, SofaScore, Giménez with an 8.20. You don't see blue very often, guys, in these rankings. So he's been Stella Artois up top with Alex Vega alongside with Cesar Montes in the bronze medal spot. That's, of course, through 2025, I do believe. What else do we have on the locker then, shall we? Coming at you, we do have how they qualified. They qualified via this, of course, the Nations League seedings, of course, finishing 4th in the seeding structure, but of course went on to a bit of silverware and picking up the Nations League, if I'm right, if my memory serves me correctly. Well, take a look then at their roster. They, of course, are in Group A, a tricky Group A, with Costa Rica. Those two should compete for the number 1 and 2 spots, but with Suriname and Dominican Republic, an unknown entity really coming into this, you just don't know. They'll have a little pre-game against Turkey before the tournament starts. Then they'll get into the meat of the matter, taking on the Dominican Republic on the June 14th, before taking on Suriname, and then wrapping up with that tasty one against Costa Rica, which could decide who's second, who's first, that kind of stuff. We'll see about that. This is their kits. Look at them. Look at them. They're absolutely cracking, as they do. I don't usually do Central Crests. I don't like them that much, but Mexico just know how to do a kit. Their away kit's pretty stellar as well. The goalkeeper one's also crisp as well. They are, of course, sandwiched in the Central American region beneath the United States, just in case you don't know where they are, and above the likes of Guatemala, El Salvador, and Costa Rica, also competing in this summer's tournament. As for what I think will happen for Mexico, they are got a whole host of talent. We only saw a sliver of that talent. They could roll back the years and bring some more aging players, or maybe go for a youthful appearance. But regardless, they've got a good selection box of players, and I do think they're going to go the distance and win the whole bloody thing. They're on a good uptick of form right now. The Nations League wasn't too long ago, and I fancy the chances up against anybody in this year's tournament. So back Latree, back to Mexico. They're going to go the distance in my eyes. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about Mexico heading into this year's Gold Cup. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. That's right. Does this nation stand a chance to get through to the knockout stages? Do they even have a shot at glory? Let me know down below. Of course, over the course of the next few days, we'll preview the remaining nations in this summer's tournament. If you already missed one, make sure you check it out as well. And do me an honour and smash that thumbs up and smash your subscribe. We're going to have non-stop coverage of the Gold Cup right here, of course, so make sure you hit the order of subscribing to the channel. But until then, I'll see you soon when we return. But until then, we're done.